I think on the field we had coped and lived under quite a high level of stress for a long time. I think pretty much everybody does who lives this kind of life, and you just keep going because that's what you have to do. We have an orchard business in Central Asia, and there are no counseling resources there. There's very little in the way of good health care for any kind of health.
I see a need for mental health counseling for cross-cultural workers because of the isolation that they experience, the stress of living and working in a different culture, and they just pour themselves into their work, and often that results in depression or anxiety, but it's sometimes embarrassing, and so cross-cultural workers often will push themselves and not ask for help.
In 2016, our little girl, who was 3.5 at the time, was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma leukemia, and we came to Thailand for treatment. This journey for our family kind of gave me that ironclad excuse that I needed to come and get external help without feeling guilty or like I'd failed.
Cornerstone's vision is really to provide hope and healing so that all of us who are broken can move from a place of brokenness to wholeness.
Here at Cornerstone, we want to treat the whole person. We cannot divorce our psychological and emotional health really from our physical health or our spiritual health.
The other thing that makes our counseling services maybe unique from other places is that the majority of our clinicians have cross-cultural experience. So they've already served overseas and they understand what our clientele are dealing with.
So much of what I do here as a counselor at Cornerstone, I think, grows out of my experience of living overseas. I never pretend that I know what it feels like to stand in somebody's shoes, but oftentimes I have enough of a frame of reference to understand what it might feel like.
The majority of cross-cultural workers are resilient. That's what we know from our studies. And what excites me is looking for at least one thing, no matter what a client is facing, where we know we can draw strength from.
I'm a pretty, I guess, capable and kind of type A, want to do everything right kind of person. So for me, counseling was like, oh, I don't need counseling, that's for other people. And I just had no idea that it's basically like talking to a friend who has lots and lots of wisdom, who's there just to listen to everything you want to tell them and help you win those battles that you just cannot figure out by yourself.
You know, I think the highlights of my day are often sitting with clients. And of course the good moments, when they have the aha moment, when they grow, there just is a lot of joy in sitting up close and personally with people. And some of their most broken and difficult times, but I also have the privilege of seeing a lot of beauty and redemption and growth.
The clients we have here really appreciate the fact that we are here to help them, and professional staff is really great to work with.
So at Cornerstone, we're glad to be able to provide a variety of services to our clients, including individual, marital, family therapy, group debriefs, and psychiatric services.
There really weren't many of us. At first there were 3, then there were 5, then there were 6. But as our staff has grown in number, and especially as we've gotten more Thai staff, it's helped us figure out how can we serve in ways that fit Thai culture. And these are the people who have led the way with us.
Whether we're from the East or from the West, it's a universal fact that we're all pretty messy, that we're all broken people. One of the quotes that I really like, it says that suffering is inevitable, but suffering alone is intolerable. And that's really what we at Cornerstone are about, is having a staff of people who are committed, professional, quality, faith-based, God-centered, who are compassionate and wanting to walk alongside people in this sacred journey of life to bring them from a place of brokenness to wholeness.
Every human should just come and get a few weeks of counseling every year, just for your mental health, just because it's awesome to talk to someone that is totally for you and has no agenda other than just to help you be the healthiest you can be.